Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are going to take a look at a clan game on iOS and also a really funny thing which happened in this game when I was in my Arthur. That kind of happened right at the end, so I'll put a timestamp if you just want to watch that part. But yeah, we dropped in on Yamantau map. I started with my Raven. I did a double jump into center trying to get this beacon. There's a lot of guys here from Clan Fist. They are on iOS Top Champion League clan, and there's a massive battle happening at center. You're going to see a lot of leeches, phantoms, and phase shifting between both teams. This is kind of the chaos you see in high level champion, at least on iOS, probably the same on Android. But yeah, I'm trying to pick off some players at center. If I can't do that, then I'm knocking them down to their last stand. You tend to see a lot of players play this way in high level gameplay, and you know, once I got out of my Raven, we weren't able to actually get the center here. I dropped in with my Behemoth Tempest. Now you guys might be wondering, you know, why the Behemoth Tempest? That makes no sense. You know, what was your reasoning behind that? Basically what happened the night that I recorded this, we were running into actually a lot of Ao Mings. Now my thinking was, with the Ao Ming, the weapons, or at least the Dragoon weapons, have a range of 600 meters. Now if I don't have you know, the ability to take them out with something like an Ao Jung, what is another way to take them out? Well, using a weapon that has a range of more than 600 meters, which in this case is the Tempest. So that was my reasoning behind it and why I had it in my hangar. You see me trying to pick off some of these players here. If I can't do that, again, trying to get them down to their last stand. Now the problem with running you know, this build, which you know, on this map it's actually not that bad, but on a smaller map like Moon Map or Dead City, this map, or at least this build here, isn't really that great. So you got to be careful of that too. The other thing too, when you're running a build like this, you got to be very careful of your teammates you know, losing all their bots. Also, you got to be more aware of the time and you know, the beacon bar. So you have to have you know, eyes on all of that. If you're not doing a lot of damage, chances are your teammates are losing a lot of their bots. You see that actually happening in this game. So what I had to be careful of, you know, was, should I ditch this bot at this point? And you do see me ditching it around 4 minutes into the game here, so we're kind of approaching that point. I'm trying to get some shots in at center here, but the thing too, and this tends to happen, I guess, more in Champion League gameplay, especially in the higher levels of Champion League. A lot of the players have phase shifts, so you know, you're not going to really get your damage in that quick, you know, this way. And you do see this Ao Jung flying in. He's going to trigger my last stand, and I saw a lot of my teammates losing their bots. Okay, we're almost 4 minutes into the game here, and at this point I'm thinking, okay, well, is it really worth me staying in this bot at this point? And this is when you're gonna see me actually ditch my Behemoth, because we're down on beacons. Our beacon bar's approaching half way. My teammates are losing all their bots, and we still don't have center. So you're gonna see me actually kill off my Behemoth. I'm gonna drop into my leech. And at that point, my thinking here is, you know, should I go to center? I'm going to help out my teammates. We're going to do a push something, because obviously we don't have the center beacon. So you see me doing that right now. You know, we were on comms, so my clanmates actually told me, no, they got the center and they have it locked down. So what I actually did was, at this point, I was going to go into center, but I decided to actually create a distraction. Now, one reason actually why I like this game, there's different ways to win it. Some players use brute force by running obviously the meta bots and multiples of them. I tend to actually prefer using strategy. Now this is kind of what you see me doing here. I'm running towards the left side and I'm dragging the other team away from center, because we have the center. My thinking is, I'm gonna try to run down their beacon bar. So we're using a bit of brute force but also strategy here. So that's why you see me dragging these guys away from center. By me dropping in over here, it's forcing them to drop in at this point, and I'm kind of buying my team time. So that's kind of what we're doing. This Arthur is going, he's going a bit crazy here, trying to take me out. But you know, I had served my purpose with that leech. So I dropped in with my Ao Ming. Okay, I'm trying to defend center. This is another thing you're going to see a lot of top players do. When a beacon is being defended, you know, your team is defending it, a lot of the players will make sure they are in that circle, because if you're not in that circle and the other team has 2 guys in there, it's going to change instantly and you can't drop in to defend it. You actually end up losing more bots that way if you don't do it. So I think that's one difference between like solo players or the average solo player versus top players. They know how to defend a beacon, and they know that if they don't do that, it's going to be more costly to them. They're going to lose more bots. So while I'm in center here, I notice actually the other team has a home beacon, which is actually really bad, because now they can pincer us in. They can spawn in at their side home beacon, but also at ours, and basically sandwich us in. So I don't know if you guys see this, but I'm fighting within the circle still. I'm trying to hold on to this. I'm making sure that, you know, I go into flight, I use my phase shift, and I'm just kind of trying to knock them all down to their last stand. I'm focusing down this falcon here, because you definitely don't want a falcon in center. That thing's really hard to kill, so I'm kind of doing that. And that's what you see me doing over here. And I do believe that my clanmates were actually able to take back, you know, the home beacon, because I'm thinking that the red team was probably losing a lot of bots, and they decided to, you know, just give it up and instead focus on the center. So you can see it changing right now. Okay, so we finally got that home beacon back. My teammates were able to hang in there and also move into center to help, you know, support the center. So what I'm doing at this point, I'm looking to see, you know, where are the flanks. I got to take out the flanks so that we can keep, you know, all of them in our sight. I'm trying to target also the leeches, okay, because leeches can do a lot of damage. As you guys know, I'm running the counter, and I did a video on this with the Ao Ming Viper. So I'm trying to focus on the leeches and getting them down to their last stand, because if I do that, they're not going to be that effective by the time they get into the center area. Another thing too, I think when I was on comms, someone told me that you know, they were trying to run down the side, and I do look there. At this point, I'm going to actually sacrifice my Ao Ming. That's why I could have gone into flight here, but I didn't, because I knew that our home beacon was being threatened. So you can see the 2 arrows at our home beacon there. So this is when I dropped in with my Arthur. Okay, now this is where things get kind of crazy here. So I'm trying to defend here, and I'm getting rid of, you see this leech. So I got him down to his last stand. There's no ways he's going to get to this beacon, because we can always spawn here for 1. And I could do the death fart at 100 meters and try to take this guy out, which I actually try to do. So I'm trying to do that right now, and that's also why, so my Arthur, I don't have the shield put to the front, because if I do that, it's actually slower. So that's why you see me with the shield to the side. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I've got to get all the way to the center if I can, but I have to make sure that I clear the flanks as well. So I'm trying to rush down the right side. I'm going to focus on this Arthur, and now you're going to see me bring the shield to the front. So you see me doing that right now. And once I take you know, the Arthur out, I'm going to move closer and closer to the center, because this game is really close. If you look at the beacon bars, I think at this point, it's about even. We are winning now at this point, because we have 3 beacons, and there's 30 seconds. They need to get into that center. So I'm racing into the center here, and if you take a look to the left side, we see, what is it, 2, I think, Falcons, and a Kid Titan who just got smoked. You see Chrome Hound, and I'm moving into center here, and I'm actually getting ready to use my Death Bot. So I use it now, but take a look at what happens. So I went flying, and basically I told my clanmates, dude, what the hell? I just went flying. Could you imagine the view of that Ao Ming there? He must have been, did I just see an Arthur fly? Yep, you did. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. And the funny thing is, 0 kills, 0 beacons, but I had, I think, the highest damage on my team. So, yeah, in the comment section below, let me know if you guys have actually seen a Titan fly like that before. I'd love to know because I've seen, I think it happened twice, but this is the first recorded case of it. But yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys, and I hope you guys do enjoy it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet subscribed, consider subscribing. Until the next video, I'll catch you guys later.
Surrounded, but you feel alone. I'll be the